Hey guys, thanks for tuning in today. So today, what I'm going to go over is just show you how to make one of those paracord survival bracelets. So these things are pretty cool because it's an easy way to carry a little bit of rope, and you never know when it's going to come in handy. Plus, you can make a pretty decent design here. As you can see, it's really easy to make. So what I'll do is I'll show you how to make this one in particular. What's nice about the way this is done, as you can see, if you just easily undo the end when you're ready to use it, just slip out this part here. It becomes pretty easy to deploy because all you need to do is just pull the ends and it comes right apart. So it doesn't take a long time and they are pretty easy to make. So I'll show you now. So the first thing you want to do is you want to find the center of the rope and just make sure they're even. Now this is the important part. You want to make sure that you twist and start a little loop. All right. So you can turn this into a bracelet like I just had, or a key fob, or a zipper pull. And the way you decide that is from the very beginning here. So the first thing you do is you're going to take one side, loop it through. Okay. So now this part right here is what you're going to use to catch the knot. That's this part right here. So if you're going to use it for a bracelet like I'm going to do now, you want to make sure it's big enough that you can accept the knot, but not too big that it's going to be loose on your wrist. Okay. So then it just goes a pretty simple pattern. So after you loop it through, it's called a bite. So I'll show you again. So you twist it and get a loop. Loop this side and pass it through the back. Always pass it through the back. Okay, and set it up. Okay. Then you take the other side, again loop it, put it through, it's called a bite, and then you just snug this side down. Okay, make sure it's nice and tight. Okay. Then again, take this side, loop it through, then snug down on this side. Okay, just always making sure it's nice and tight. And you want to make sure everything's stacked on top of each other, that it's not in the front or twisting it back, otherwise you'll just come up with some an uneven looking mess. Alright, so again, take this side, loop it through, pull it tight, take this, loop it through, pull tight, and then you just keep going. So the length of rope determines what you're going to make. So this right here for the bracelet that fit my size, now this is a pretty thick rope. This is about a 6-foot piece of rope that I weaved into here, and as you see, just keep continuing to pull through. Snug it down. Again, always keeping it nice and square so you have a nice even braid going all the way through. Okay, loop through, do a couple more, and then snug. Okay. Now you can do this with any kind. This is kind of a thicker rope here. If you use a paracord, it comes out nice, tight, and loose. But just keep following the pattern. Loop the bite, pull it snug. Okay, and you'll see it start taking shape. Now when you get to the point where you want to end it, so let's just say you want to end it here, you take the other end, you don't loop it, but you just push the whole thing through and pull, and then you snug it down. Now to tie it off and finish it, to get the knot at the end, you do an overhand knot. So you just pull it over all the way through and pull snug. So that's the knot that you'd use at the end. And that way, when you go to loop it, you see it fits right in there. Okay. You can do this really with anything. It is really handy. You don't have to do it as a bracelet. The way I use that way, you can just ball it up and put it in the pocket. But it is a pretty easy way to carry a nice quarter rope. And also if you use, you know, different colors, looks pretty fashionable too. You can go all black, which looks nice, or, you know, they sell the camo ones if you're looking for that as well. Hey, if you guys could subscribe if you liked the video, and hit like. Thanks.